Well, hi everyone. My name is Abby. I am on the product marketing team at Mangomint. So thank you so much for joining today's feature spotlight. So today we're going to do a special edition of our feature spotlight, and we're going to focus on new features that we've released in Mangomint over the last few weeks. So I'm super excited to share this content with you all. We've been really busy working on service customizations as well as many other feature updates over the last 4 to 5 weeks. So in this webinar, we're going to spend around 30 minutes covering the recent releases that we've been working on. Of course, if you have any questions, feel free to throw those in the chat and I will try to answer those. And then of course, any questions that we don't have time for, we will definitely be able to follow up with you one-on-one after the webinar. So super excited to dive into this webinar with you all today. Okay, so let's just do a little bit of an overview of what we're going to cover today. So as I mentioned before, we've launched a lot of really exciting updates in Mangomint over the last month or so. So we're especially going to focus on service customizations and some really exciting new enhancements that we've added there over the last month. So if any of you are not familiar, we did launch service customizations pretty recently at the end of May. This was a really major release for Mangomint. And if you haven't started using service customizations yet, really it lets you offer completely personalized services to your clients with customizations. So you can also sell optional add-ons, things like that, and really personalize that client experience. And not only that, but you can also use service customizations to increase your revenue. So it's really going to be a win-win for both you and your clients. So if you missed our launch announcement about service customizations at the end of May, I definitely recommend you go back, check out our launch webinar about service customizations, and make sure you get up to speed on that. We're super excited about it. We already have a ton of customers that are using it and loving it, and we're getting great feedback about it. So if you haven't tried it, I definitely recommend trying it out today. So in the past month, after we launched service customizations, we definitely wanted to add a lot of really exciting new functionality to it and add some really great advanced settings that all of you have requested. So we're going to cover these advanced settings that we've added throughout June to service customizations. So this is a list you can see here of all of the improvements that we've added recently. So I'll just go through some of these. We've added the ability to show or hide duration changes in online booking. And we've also added the ability to show or hide price changes in online booking. And I'll show you what that looks like. We also have a new base price setting, and I'll explain more about what that means. We've also made it a bit easier to preview customizations in online booking. And then we actually just released last week some new pre and post commission deductions settings. So this is going to give you more flexibility when it comes to your staff compensation. So really excited to go over these advanced service customizations updates with you all. And then if I go to the next slide here, we also have a lot of really exciting other releases that we've been working on over the last few weeks. So in addition to all of those service customizations updates, we also have, been making a lot of improvements to other parts of the Mangomint platform. So we've added new settings to manage your membership's emails directly from automated messages. We also have some report updates in the form of a appointment cancellation report improvement. So I'll show you that. We've also been making some enhancements to our two-way texting. So we'll go through those enhancements. And then we have a couple new online booking settings. So I'm going to show you those and how to find them. And then we also have a new staff member permission as well. So as you can see here, between service customizations, all these other updates, we've been really busy at Mangomint, and I'm going to kind of dive through with you all in this webinar and kind of demo these for you and show you where to find these and tell you a little bit more about all of these features. So now I'm going to stop sharing the slide deck and I'm actually going to jump over to the Mangomint app so that you guys can see all these features firsthand. Okay, so I am now in my Mangomint demo app here. And so first we're going to dive into our service customizations enhancements. So we have basically added a lot of advanced settings to give you all more control and flexibility when it comes to your customizations. And so right now I'm going to show you where you can access all of these new settings. So right now I'm in my calendar view. But if you just go up to settings and then go to services, this is where you're going to control all of your service customizations. So then what I'm going to do now is we have our various services we've set up here. I'm going to click on the signature haircut, and this is where we're going to kind of make some modifications. And then to access all of these advanced settings, you'll actually just go to the customizations tab right here. So I'm going to click on that. And then this is where you can set up all of your different service customizations. So now I'm going to click on the option group we've already set up called hair length, and that's where we're going to kind of go through some of these advanced settings. So let's just go ahead and click on that. So again, this is an option group we've previously created. If you're not yet familiar with how to set up an option group, definitely check out our Learning Center. We have really good tips about how to set up all of the option groups in the Learning Center. So now the first advanced setting that we've added that I'm going to show you is how to show or hide price changes in online booking. So this is really important. You know, some of our clients, they want to have full price transparency during booking. So if you want that, you can choose to display the price. However, we've also talked to some other clients, and you know, other customers, they prefer to hide the price. They want to let their clients focus on choosing the best option, you know, that really suits their needs the best, instead of focusing on the price in the online booking. So if you prefer, you can also just hide the prices. And now we've given you super easy settings where you can control that. So I'm going to show you what that means. And by the way, what we're talking about here is the prices that are displayed here. So you can see right now we are showing the prices. And I do want to point out that with this new setting, the prices are displayed by default. So I just want you guys to make sure you are aware of that, because we recognize that most of our customers do want to display the prices. So I will show you how to update that. So we'll just go back here to our customizations tab, and then we're just going to go down here, and these advanced settings are all down here. There's a section, it's expanded right now because these are already enabled, but you'll see it's called advanced settings if this was closed. And so what we're going to do now is we will just disable the option to show prices in online booking, and then I'll show you what that looks like. So we've now disabled that. We'll save it. And then we're just going to go back here to the booking, and then I'm just going to refresh it. And you guys will notice that the prices are no longer displayed here. So now they're hidden. So you can kind of, you know, do whatever you want. You can show or hide them there. Okay, so next I'm going to show you guys a new base price setting. So let me go back over here, and then I'm going to go back to my option group here. So we've added, basically what this base price setting is that you can use this to show the combined price for a service plus an option as the base price in online booking. And I think it's a little bit easier to just show you what that means. It might sound a little bit confusing right now, but I'm going to explain what that means. So we're back here in our hair length option group, and we're going to go back down to the advanced settings. And first we'll make sure that the show option prices is enabled. And then the new setting, that the new base price setting, is this one where it says show as base prices in online booking. And so what we're going to do here is I'm going to kind of show you the difference in using these between whether it's enabled or disabled. Okay. I'm going to just make sure that's saved. There we go. So first I'm going to show you guys what it looks like when you're not using that setting. So let's go back here. And what you can see here is that it's displaying the base price up top for the signature haircut, that's $50. And then it's also showing all of the incremental price increases for all of these different options we've set up. So you can see it starts at $50, but then it adds, you know, $15 if it's an ear length cut. Maybe if it's, you know, super long like my hair, then it's adding $20. So you're showing it that way, but it's a little bit more confusing to show it that way. You know, you're kind of doing some mental math in the online booking as a client, kind of thinking, okay, you know, it starts at $50, then you're adding all these other prices in. If you want to streamline it a bit, I'll show you how to do that. So we're just going to go back to the app here and click back on this option group. And then all you do is scroll back down to the advanced settings. And now we're going to go ahead and enable the setting to show as base prices in online booking. So now we're going to go ahead and enable that and then save it. And I'm going to show you guys how this looks different now. So what we're going to do now that we've saved it, we're just going to refresh. And you'll see that the price has changed here. So you'll notice it no longer shows a base price on the signature haircut here. And instead, it actually shows, it's basically taking all of those incremental price increases that you saw before, and it's just combining it into the base price. So now I can see, okay, a near shaved cut is $50. That's where it starts from. And then ear length is $65 and on up. So you can kind of see this is really nice. It kind of streamlines your online booking a little bit more. People don't need to do as much mental math while they're booking. So it's just a nice way to kind of clean up your online booking a little bit. So definitely, consider taking advantage of the new base price setting if it makes sense. And one thing I do want to point out as well is this new setting, it's only going to apply to the first option group you have set up, which again, in our case, is hair length. So just keep that in mind. Okay, so next I want to show you guys how to show or hide duration changes in online booking. So this is another really exciting advanced setting that we've added in the last few weeks here. So we're going to go back into our hair length option group here. And I will say that this one is really similar to the price changes setting. So we've also found that many of our customers, they don't want to show duration changes in online booking. They prefer to hide that. A lot of customers find that when you hide the duration changes, it's going to provide a cleaner booking experience, maybe a little bit more elegant when you have that information hidden. And another thing to keep in mind is you may not want the information about how a certain option changes the duration to influence their booking choices. Maybe you have a specific option set up where they say it's for a massage, for example, and you have a customization option where they could add an extra scalp massage for 15. It would basically require an extra 15 minutes for the duration. And maybe you don't want that to influence whether they choose that or not. So you can just choose to hide that. And so I will say that because most of our customers do prefer to just have the duration changes hidden, with this new setting, all of the duration changes for your option groups are hidden by default. But again, if you want to show those, it's super easy to do it with their new setting. And so what I'm going to do is I'll just go down and show you how to set that up. So again, we're in our hair length option group that we're using here for the demo. And then what I'm going to do is first, I'll show you guys what it looks like when you display the duration changes, and then I'll show you guys how to use the setting to hide the duration changes. So right now we have the setting show duration changes in online booking. This is enabled. So now we'll just go back here, and what you can see is it's showing all the duration changes, as it changes for each option. So plus 15 minutes, you can see all of those here for every single option. In this example, they all add on 15 minutes. But if you had, plus 30 minutes or whatever, that would be shown as well. So if we go back here, now all you need to do to hide the duration changes is you just click this toggle. And so now this is disabled, and then we'll just save it, and I'll show you guys what that looks like. So we'll go back here and we'll just refresh. And so now you can see the duration changes are no longer showing here. So again, it cleans up the booking a little bit. And that's something you can definitely choose to do if you prefer to hide that information. So that's another really cool advanced setting that we've added just within the last couple weeks here. And then we've had a couple more really cool enhancements to service customizations that I'll show you. And then we'll dive into the other enhancements we've added in Mangomint. So another enhancement we've added is we made it easier to preview your customizations in online booking. So this is really nice, especially as you're setting up all of your different option groups. And especially for something like, look at this signature haircut. You can see here, we already have 4 different option groups set up just for this specific service. So you can imagine, keeping things organized and trying to see what things look like in online booking as you're setting it up. That's super important. And so we've actually made it super easy for you to preview your customizations, after you set them up or as you're working on them. So all you need to do is in the customizations tab that we're already in, if you just go below your list of your options you've set up, you can see here, we have a new link where it says, click here to preview customizations and online booking. And so if you just click that, it's going to open the same, booking URL that we were already using before. And then you can kind of go through and see how things are looking and make sure that you have the right booking flow set up, make sure, there's no typos, make sure that all of your prices and duration changes are displaying correctly if you are displaying those. So it's just really helpful, and you can kind of pretend you're a client and go through this and just make sure that this is, offering the correct booking experience that you want to. So that's another nice little enhancement we've added to service customizations. And there's also one more super exciting enhancement that we just actually added to service customizations only last week. So it's super new, and we're so excited about this. A lot of customers have asked about this. So we have actually offered both pre and post commission deductions to service customizations. So this is super exciting, and I'm going to show you guys how it works. And we'll go back into our hair length option group. So this is a super cool setting. It's basically going to give you really fine-tuned control over your staff compensation. And it's really great for times maybe you want to deduct a back bar fee for certain customizations or add-ons you're selling. Maybe you're selling a specific type of add-on that requires back bar product, and so you want to just deduct that from the commission. So you can use this new setting for that. So what we're going to do is we are actually going to click on one of our options, and I will show you how to set that up. So let's just click, we can just look through here. Maybe we'll use shoulder length. So this is the one we're going to set it up on. And so basically now you can use this new feature to specify a flat amount for either a pre or a post commission deduction that is going to be used whenever this specific option is chosen for a service. And I do want to point out that this is a setting only for each specific option. It doesn't apply to the entire option group. So just keep that in mind. If you wanted to set it up for all of these options, for example, you would need to set it up individually for every option. And so what you can do is all you do is click on advanced options here. And then you'll see we have a new toggle where it says this option has a commission deduction. So we'll go ahead and click that. And then you can see here, there's now a couple options here. So you have your pre-commission deduction. If you put a dollar amount there, this amount will be deducted from the total amount before commission for a staff member is calculated. And then if you use the post-commission deduction, it'll work in a very similar way. However, that flat amount you put there is going to be deducted from the total amount after the commission for a staff member is calculated. So again, just another way to really fine tune your settings here based on what, how you want to compensate your staff, how you set up commission and all of that. So really excited to deliver that to you all. I know a lot of you guys have been asking about this. And so definitely feel free to use this in whatever way makes the most sense for your business. And another thing I want to point out on the pre and the post commission deductions is that you will be able to view full reporting on that in the payroll report so that you can get a lot of detailed insights about that in your reporting. Okay, perfect. So that's kind of a recap of all of our advanced service customizations, enhancements that we've added just in the last month. And I do want to point out, we're not stopping there. We have a ton of additional service customizations, enhancements planned in the future. So definitely stay tuned to hear, more updates coming out in the next few weeks as we, continue to add additional enhancements to service customizations. Okay, so now that we've covered those, we're going to go through some of those other product updates that I mentioned before. So the first one we're going to cover is the ability to manage your emails for memberships in the automated messages tab. So what we're going to do, and this is something we just released in the beginning of June, so it's still pretty recent. And so the way you can actually get to this is you will go to settings, and then you'll just click on automated messages. So now we're in our automated messages. And then, of course, this is the place where you can customize all of your messages. So we've added a new tab for memberships. So now you can kind of customize all of your memberships related email notifications along with all of your other automated messages in the account for other key things happening in Mangomint, such as appointment booked, the check-in process, sales closed, all of that type of stuff. So let's just go over there to the new memberships tab, and I'll show you guys what that looks like. And so this is really cool. Again, it's important to reach out to your clients about key events that happen in their membership, right? So you can think of it like different milestones they might hit throughout the time span of having their membership. So you can actually set up these customizable messages for these key events, such as memberships started. You can do renewal reminders, so 10 days before renewal. You can also send one after renewal was successful and after the membership was canceled. So again, really great way to keep your clients up to date. And you can actually use this new setup area in memberships within the automated messages. You can use it to preview the emails and then also test the emails that can be sent. So I'm going to show you guys now how you can do that. So what you can do here is all you do is click on the gear icon, and this is going to let us preview our membership email. So in this case, this is one that's sent out when the membership is started. And so it's really nice because you can preview the email here. You can also send a test directly from this screen as well. So if you wanted to click that, you can send an example email to yourself and see how that's going to look, as if you were a client. And then you can actually also take the customization a step further here. And so if you want, you can customize it. So I'll show you guys what that looks like. If you hit customize, you can say, well, we'll just add any example sentence here. So I'll just say this membership is great for new clients. Again, this is just a demo. And now you can see this is the sentence I just created. This membership is great for new clients. And you can see that it inserts that sentence that you just wrote in the middle of the body of the email. Of course, keep in mind the rest of this is like a template, so you can't customize all of it, but it's really nice if you have like a specific, type of messaging, something you want to tell them about the membership that you want to put in there. So you can put whatever you would like there in case you want to customize it even further. So this is super great, and this is just going to be another great way to manage all of your memberships automated messages and really use this to keep your clients engaged and also really keep them informed about their membership status, which is really important. So, okay, we've covered the automated messages update. Now I want to show you an improvement that we've actually made to the appointment cancellations report. So this is another enhancement we just released a few weeks ago in early June, so it's still pretty new. So I'm going to show you guys what that looks like. So what we're going to do is go over to reports, and then we're actually going to scroll down to the business reports section, and then we're going to go to the appointment cancellations report at the very bottom here. So now we're going to click that. And so this is really cool because you can actually filter the report for different cancellation types. So this is really exciting. It's going to give you more information about why people are canceling appointments. And what we're going to do here is I'm going to go ahead and generate a report for this week. And then we'll just go ahead and say cancellation type all for now. And now we've generated the report. And so you can see here, these are some cancellations we've had in this in the Seven Lakes Salon and Spa. So you can see we've had a few of them. You can see, for example, Christopher Garcia, he was a no-show. You can see Erica Medina was late cancellation. And then Tracy Ray's, her cancellation was a normal cancellation. So you can see all of that here in this type column. So this is really great data. If you go here, you can actually filter this report by cancellation type as well. So if you only wanted to see normal cancellations, you just click that and hit generate. And now you just see this one for Tracy Ray's. Or if you only want to see no shows, for example, you can click generate. Now we just see Christopher Garcia's cancellation because they were a no show. So this is just really nice. It's going to give you more visibility on cancellation activity and more insight into the reasons why people are canceling, so you can potentially act on that information. Okay, so that was a really fun little update. Next, I have a couple great two-way texting improvements that we've just added in the last couple weeks here. So what I'm going to do is actually go over to the messages tab now. And two-way texting, I do want to stop here and just say, similar to service customizations, which is a huge launch for us, two-way texting was another massive launch for Mangomint. We launched that earlier this year. So some of our customers are already using that and loving it. But if you haven't yet checked out our launch material and seen the content about two-way texting, definitely go check out the launch webinar. We have great Learning Center articles. We have, different blog content, video content and things like that. So definitely check it out in case you haven't yet started using two-way texting. And if you have any questions as you begin using it, definitely let our team know. We'll be happy to guide you through that. So with two-way texting, we've added a couple nice little improvements in June that's just going to make it easier to use and nicer for your whole team to use as well. So the first update we have here is that phone numbers can actually be blocked now. So this could be really useful in the case of spam messages, for example. If you have somebody who keeps texting you and spamming your team, you can just completely block them. So I will show you how to do that now. So what we're going to do is go to our closed conversations. We'll just click on Bruce Patterson, for example. And if we wanted, let's pretend that Bruce has been spamming us. All you need to do is click here and you click the three dots next to Bruce's name. And now you see there is a new setting to block the phone number. So we've added that right there for you. It's super easy to access and you can use that whenever you need to if there's somebody that you do need to block. And then another enhancement we've added to two-way texting is that text messages can actually be deleted from the messages screen. This is another really cool enhancement and it's really helpful if you kind of say you received a message and you got something that you don't want your staff to read, maybe something was sent in that you don't want everybody to see or is even inappropriate or vulgar or something like that, and you want to just delete that entirely from the messages screen, you can now do that. So let me show you how to do it. So if we just go over here, I'm going to go to my open messages and we'll just click on Sarah Smith, for example. She's a sample client we've created here at the Seven Lakes Salon and Spa. And so let's just say, for example, that Sarah sent in something that we want to go ahead and just delete. So again, you'll use those same three dots that we just used before. All you do is click these. And now you can click on the new setting we've added that says select message to delete. So if we click that, now you can see all these little fun trash can icons have appeared next to each message in the conversation. And so you can actually click and delete any of these. Something I do want to point out now, if you're trying to delete a message that your staff sent to the client, it's not going to undo the sending on the client side, if that makes sense. So once you've already sent them the text message, obviously that will still be with them. You can't somehow undo the sending, but what you can do is remove it so that it's not showing in this screen. So now what we're going to do is I'm just going to go ahead. Let's say that Sarah sent in, here's a sample message from a client, and we want to go ahead and delete that. So all you do is click here, and then it says delete message. A placeholder will be displayed instead of the message. So we will go ahead and confirm. And now you can see this along with the placeholder text. So we used to have that message there. Now it just has the placeholder text and it just says this message was deleted. So that's just a really nice feature we've added, something that's really nice in case you want to delete those sometimes. It just improves the overall usability of the two-way texting feature as well. Okay, perfect. And I do see a question coming in. Somebody's asking about, how can you access these two settings for two-way texting? Do you need to be an admin? Do you not? These two settings are actually for admin users only. So just keep in mind, you do need to be a Mangomint admin user to use these two features in two-way texting. So that's a great question. Okay, so that kind of covers our two-way texting updates. We have two more really great updates that I want to share with you all. So the next one here is we've actually added a couple new settings to online booking. So I'm going to show you guys how to access those settings. Okay, so what we're going to do is go to settings, and then we're going to go to online booking. And so the first thing we've done is we've given you the ability to hide the message that prompts clients to call if there are available slots within the minimum prior time required. And I'll show you guys what that means. So right now we're in our online booking settings, and all you need to do to access this new setting is you'll go to preferences. So we click that. And then for this first setting here, this lives within the time restrictions section. So you'll need to go here to time restrictions and then just click edit. And then you can see here we have the minimum prior time required. Right now, this one is set up to 15 minutes. And then all you need to do is scroll down here to the advanced options. So click that. And now the new setting we've added displays here. So we now have a toggle where it says show prompt to call or email. So if you have this enabled, if there's availability for the selected service within the minimum prior time, which is 15 minutes in this case, then a message to call or email will be displayed. However, you could also disable it if you don't want to show that, and then it will not show the prompt to call. So just something else we've given you guys to give you a little bit more flexibility when it comes to your online booking. And then we've also added one more online booking setting that I want to show you. So now you have the ability to hide the booking for someone else toggle. So some of you guys, you have actually requested the ability to hide the booking for someone else option. You don't want to allow somebody to come and book, maybe for their child or their friend or something like that. So this has definitely been a frequent request from our customers, and now we've turned it into an official setting, which is really exciting for us. So all you do to access this setting is you'll actually access it from the same place. So again, we were in settings and then online booking and preferences where we are at now. And if you just scroll down, you will go and you'll see this new setting here where it says show book for someone else section. And so this one, currently it's enabled, but if you wanted to, you could disable the setting so that it will not show the book for someone else section. So again, just giving you more flexibility when it comes to setting up your online booking and how you want that experience to be for clients who use your online booking. So that's a really nice little feature we've added. And then I do have one more feature update to cover with all of you. And this is related to our permissions. So, similar to our reporting, for example, or service customizations, different areas of our platform we're always trying to improve. Permissions is another area that we're always adding little tweaks and enhancements to make it work that much better for you and your staff. And so I'm going to show you guys this new staff member permission. So all you need to do to access that is you'll go to settings, and then you'll actually go to staff members this time. And for this example, we're going to click on Stella Prince and we're going to update her permissions. So let's click on Stella here. And then all you need to do is go to the permissions tab right here. And then we have actually added a new permission where you can either let them view clients' last names or you can disable that if you don't want them to view clients' last names. So all you need to do to enable that setting or disable it if you want is you'll go down here to the client section, and right here is the new setting we've added. So it says can view clients' last names. Right now it's enabled. But if you wanted to, you could disable this permission to hide clients' last names from this staff member. And do want to point out as well that this will also remove access to the client's list if you have this setting enabled. So just keep that in mind. But that's just a nice little additional permission setting that we've added in the last couple of weeks here as well. Okay, perfect. Well, I think we've gone through all of our different updates. It looks like we're actually at our time as well, so I want to be conscious of everybody's time. But yeah, I think we've covered everything. We've covered some really great, exciting and advanced service customizations enhancements. We've also talked about a lot of different improvements to two-way texting and memberships, permissions, and other features like that we're constantly improving. So I do want to just let you guys know that we are continuously releasing exciting new features in Mangomint, and we're constantly improving the platform. So definitely stay tuned for our next feature spotlight where we're going to recap our latest releases again. We want to aim to do these every few weeks, so I'll be back in another few weeks with another batch of updates to share with all of you. And of course, if you guys have any questions about any of these new features, don't hesitate to chat with our support team. You can also email our team at support@mangomint.com, and also recommend that you check out our Learning Center. So our Learning Center has a lot of great information and a lot of good resources about all of these new features that we covered today. Okay. Well, I think that is about it. So we will go ahead and wrap it up here. Thank you so much for tuning in today. So excited that all of you could join. And don't forget to check out more upcoming webinars on the Mangomint website. All right. Thanks so much, everybody. Bye. See you soon.